Nate Edwardson has gone too far. Here's why. I'm Dougie from the Golf Clan. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. We are breaking down Micah Morris's results at the Osprey Valley Open, a PGA Tour Canada event. I made a video leading up to the event highlighting Micah and talking a little bit about it. And then right now I just wanted to react to Nate Edwardson, who put out a video addressing Micah's response to some of the hate he's gotten from competing and playing in this event. And I just wanted to add my 2 cents as a former competitive athlete with aspirations of playing professionally. And I wanted to give my advice for Micah. I know it's unsolicited, but I have a very unbiased opinion, and objectively, I think he's getting a little bit of bad advice, and I'll get into that in this video. Those of you who don't know, Micah Morris Golf has recently played in the Osprey Valley PGA Tour Canada event. He received a sponsor's exemption, and lately on his channel, he's been documenting his quest to play professional golf, including a video of at the Mickelson Invitational. And as many people know, he's been struggling a little bit with his game, especially trying to make this jump to the professional level. As I covered in my video about Micah playing on the PGA Tour, he has played in several minor Tour Golf League events this year, and he has posted 0 rounds in the 60s. And in that video, I talked about how Micah knows that for him to break through to the next level, he needs to be firing rounds in the 60s, especially in some of these minor league events. Micah knows he needs to play better. He's been putting in the work, and I was really excited to see how he would fare at the Osprey Valley Open. What was missing in Nate's video was talking about the facts. He sort of just kind of fluffed up Micah, talked about how Micah's chasing a dream and good on him. Everybody's gonna fail a little bit on their way to success. And I understand that. It comes from, I'm sure, a good place. But it also comes from Nate choosing to kind of stay neutral and make sure that he has good relationships with all the big YouTube golfers, because that's the world that he covers, and he wants to kind of break into playing golf himself and collabing with all these people. So he doesn't want to rub anybody the wrong way. I think that Micah needs tough love in this situation. I think he needs real advice, not just pats on the back saying, good for you for competing. I don't think that's serving Micah in any way. From my past experience playing tennis, growing up as a kid, my dream was to play professionally. And at that level, when I was 10 years old and I was asked in a clinic, raise your hand if you believe you're gonna play professionally, I raised my hand. And when you're a kid and you have a dream, foster that, encourage that, because that's what kept me working so hard. And ultimately I played 4 years of Division I tennis and then realized I wasn't good enough to go pro. So at some level, I was faced with the reality of just how good professional full-time pros are. Micah playing in this event, I think part of it was him testing out, where do I stack up against the best? At this point, my advice for Micah is that he has to make a decision. If his real goal is to play professional golf, I think he should quit YouTube golf for a year and just 24/7 grind on his game and see how he can play. But for him to have the goal of playing professional golf and then to be balancing YouTube as a business, for me, it's like tying his hands behind his back and then stepping out into the ring and documenting that and trying to fight. He's not giving himself a full, fair chance. So I would challenge him and say, drop YouTube golf. Another alternative is maybe change the direction of his YouTube channel. Instead of saying, my goal is to play on the PGA Tour, it's my dream, I'm gonna get as good as I can get, take a different angle. Focus on your strengths. You can hit the ball a mile, a country mile. Why don't you document you training for a world-long drive competition? And all the while you're giving advice and helping people to increase their ball speed and playing to your strengths. I think that would be really fun to watch him try to get his ball speed up as high as possible and then compete in a world-long drive event. Or I think he could use his social media platform to play matches against some of the top professionals in the world. So you see people like Bob Does Sports and Foreplay collabing with Max Homa doing scramble matches against Keegan Bradley. Micah has a lot of power in the social media space, so why not kind of borrow a page out of Rick Shields' playbook and say, I'm gonna reach out and DM some PGA Tour players, try to set up matches, and I'm gonna play them in 18 holes, and maybe I'll start at 5 under and I'll see if I can beat them. I think that'd be an amazing series to watch, where Mike is still challenging himself, trying to play against the best in the world, but without the pressure of playing in events full time and having to grind 24/7. Or the last path for Micah would be to kind of lower the bar, to say, look, I'm acknowledging that I may never make it on the PGA Tour, but I want to see how good I can get at golf, and I have this social media platform. So I want to partner up with PGA Tour Canada, Korn Ferry, and wherever I can get a sponsor's exemption, I'm going to go there and I'm going to document the process. I'm going to bring some more eyeballs on these events, all the while trying to make the cut. I think that would totally relieve some of the pressure that Micah's under, because saying that he wants to play on the PGA Tour means that the bar is so high that if he, in this event, finishes at plus 15 dead last, it's just, he's going to face so much scrutiny. But if he says, hey, look, I realize I might not be good enough, but I want to try to make the cut. And my goal here is to bring more eyeballs on these events and highlight professional golf. That would totally change the perspective and the framing and still give him a chance to try to make the cut, but without all that extra pressure. That's a little bit of my 2 cents as a former competitive athlete with aspirations of playing professionally. There was a time in my career, my tennis career, where I had to make a sacrifice. I actually had to give up golf because it was a distraction. And once I gave up golf, I won the state championship, and it helped me get a scholarship to play at Notre Dame. Playing professionally requires tremendous sacrifices. Doing YouTube and trying to play professionally at the same time, I just don't think you can do it. So, Micah, my challenge to you is, if your true goal is to play professional golf, everything else in your life has to be sacrificed to grind 24/7. Untie your hands behind your back so that when you're in the ring, you're actually giving yourself a fair shot. Or, like I said, choose another route there. So just wanted to kick my 2 cents in after seeing Nate's video. I understand Nate's trying to stay neutral, remain friends with everybody, and kind of go easy on some of these guys. But I think tough love in this situation is the best advice for Micah, because at some point he has to kind of face the numbers. And if he had missed the cut by 4 shots, if he was right where Cameron Sisk was, it'd be a totally different story. But finishing at plus 15, I think he needs to kind of take a hard look at what's required to make it professionally and then make the decision himself. Do I really want to give it my all, or should I take a different route? Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Dougie from the Golf Clan. If you are new to this channel, please slap that red subscribe button and comment down below, what advice do you have for Micah in this situation? I know he's gotten a ton of criticism on social media for playing in this event. What's your advice for Micah should he continue his quest to play on the PGA Tour? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.